7:30, good Friday morning, Trinidad Tobago. Thank you so much for joining us right here in CTV. Don't forget this CTV. Don't forget join us this coming Sunday as we start back our Sunday morning political segments where we bring you the decision makers and stakeholders in various sectors in Trinidad Tobago. This Sunday, Larry Lumpton will host from 10 with Finance Minister Larry Howai, among others, to bring you all the answers you need in Budget 2013-2014 and other issues affecting us in Trinidad Tobago. It's exclusively right here on CTV from 10 this coming Sunday morning. In this segment, we focus on a new initiative called 100,000 Artisans for Change. We have in studio Denicia David, and we'll be joined by Rachel Coleman in a short while. Good morning, Denicia.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Relax. I'm a little nervous. So what's this initiative about? 100,000 Artisans for Change.
Okay, 100,000 Artisans for Change is really part of a global movement, which is 100,000 Poets for Change. And it was started in September of 2011. And it's really to give a voice to activists, to artists who really want to shed light on issues with regards to economics, politics, social issues, and the environment.
So artists coming together to make a practical difference.
Yes.
How do we make the jump from very often artists speak in their own language, you know, and their worldview is sometimes quite different from people who live in the everyday world. How do they make the difference, and what's the approach being taken in terms of coalescing the forces to make the statements they need on various issues, and what are the main issues they're tackling?
Okay, well, this year's theme is really break the silence, make a stand. So we're really encouraging people to open up the discussion about issues that are taboo and to really make a stand on those issues. Oftentimes, I think we put a lot of focus on the artist and the artist's responsibility to really resolve issues. And I think sometimes we just need to allow artists to create the work, let it linger, and let it stimulate discussion and thought about particular issues.
So taboo issues?
Yes.
Such as, I guess, gay marriage?
Yes.
Abortion?
Yes. Domestic violence.
Domestic violence.
Yes.
Things that people know exist but try to stay away from.
Yes.
How do we try to get consensus? Because very often people consider artists liberal. They're thinking not conservative or not as conservative as other sectors in society. And quite frankly, there's that big resistance. Why are you trying to force your paradigm or philosophy on me? As opposed to a discussion where some rational narrative takes place.
Well, we're really not trying to force certain issues or ideals on people. What we're trying to do is really create a comfortable environment in which people can spark discussion and create, really challenge the discourse on particular issues.
When, just for example, when Venezuela was great foreign minister, just mentioned the word to start a conversation about looking at gay marriage in Trinidad and Tobago, there was an uproar. There was this violent reaction. She's looking to do this and that. And from when I spoke to her, that's not what she wanted to do. She just wanted to start a conversation.
Right.
But people are so passionate about their views on these issues because they're so sensitive in some instances. We don't even get to the point of the conversation because people just put up a wall. What's the approach going to be to soften the discourse this time around?
I think arts creates a more comfortable environment.
Sometimes.
Most times, most times. Well, we hope so. And I think it creates a relaxed environment and people generally feel more comfortable discussing particular issues as opposed to, let's say, a talk show like this. Right? So that is the approach, really creating a comfortable, open and free environment for people to express their views on particular issues.
Are there going to be definitive fora that have been identified for these discussions to take place and topics beforehand so people can kind of prepare themselves to be a part of the discussion?
Well, we have different types of performance on the day. We have music, we have spoken word artists, we also have paintings and drawings. So those would be on display on the day. This is really the beginning of an initiative, and we have things like a publication that would come out of it. And the publication is really on all the submissions that have been received for this initiative. And we're also embarking on a particular project that's actually from my NGO called Gayap Nation, where we have a collection of short stories and poems from the victims of domestic violence and rape. So that's something that I really look forward to, and you all can look out for in the future.
So you're actually making art more practical.
Yes.
Art is becoming
Yes.
more pervasive in terms of trying to elicit change in society. When is the first forum taking place?
It's this Saturday from 11:30 to 4:30 p.m. at Nalis's Amphitheatre.
So, and anyone can take part? You don't have to be necessarily an artist?
No, we
take
welcome
part?
everyone who's willing to engage in the discussion.
And in terms of the types of poetry, can anyone, even if you just started writing to the more experienced poets, can take part in it?
Oh yes, we encourage expression in any form. You don't have to have a lot of experience. We really encourage people to deal with the issues and to really break the silence on taboo issues.
Because they're taboo issues, very often people are shocked at the type of conversations that take place. Are there any limitations placed on people in their delivery of their artistic expression?
No, just to respect each other. Just to respect each other.
We're joined by Rachel. Rachel, good morning. We have quite a conversation with Denise here already. 1,000 Artisans for Change. From your perspective, is there one person who is driving this, or is it a coalition of artists?
Right now we're trying to get a variety of organizations on board to push the initiative in Trinidad and Tobago. It's been spearheaded by Poetic Vibes at present, and we aim to really open the doors to everyone who's interested, NGOs, interest groups who believe that they have a message and they would like to change things in Trinidad and Tobago.
Denise informed us that you're seeking to really provoke thought on taboo issues.
Yes.
What is the eventual? Because very often we have talk shops in Trinidad and Tobago for like these, and well, a nice document gets created and it goes in a shelf somewhere, you know, and no real progress is made on the particular issue in terms of engaging a wide or diverse audience that can affect advocacy or lobbying in Trinidad and Tobago on the particular issue. What's the long term, what's the end game where this is concerned?
To partner with NGOs who are dealing with special needs, for instance, domestic violence, rape cases, child abuse, those things, and see where we can really make a difference. We are using the artist's voice to really push the cause, because I believe artists normally speak out on issues, and when they do that, we can really say, okay, the people on the ground level, they are not satisfied, and we can see where we can partner, we can work together and really do the groundwork that is needed.
In some other jurisdictions, there's a view that artists are pretty liberal in their thinking.
Yes.
And the conservative side of society pushes back. And how do we get consensus if society as a whole says, well, we don't agree with this or we don't agree with that? Because very often there's the word consultation in Trinidad and Tobago, and consensus is never really arrived at.
I think the purpose is really to reach those who really need it. There are people who are crying out and who seem to not have a voice. So it's not necessarily about getting a consensus or really getting approval from the society, but to really be there for those who really need the support, who really need somebody to say, okay, we understand, we are with you, we are willing to help you get out of that particular situation.
So it's actually situations that provide support for vulnerable groups?
Yes.
All right, and once again, the forum takes place?
At Nalis Amphitheatre from 11:30 to 4:30. We have poets, we have musicians, we have visual artists, we have some photographers on board, we have the Cancer Society who is coming to share information at the day, and we also are speaking to other NGO groups like the domestic violence groups and others to see how best we can really come together and work together.
And is there a website we can access more information through?
At present, we are on Facebook. You can check out the Facebook page, Poetic Vibes, but we hope to really put forward a website for people to get on board and really see what is going on.
All right, thank you both for coming in.
Thank
and
you.
Much success. It takes place at Nalis Amphitheatre tomorrow, Saturday.
Tomorrow, Saturday.
From 11:30
to 4:30.
We'll be talking to Rachel Colombo and Denise David, 1,000 Artisans for Change. We will take a short break. When we come back, National Steel Band Festival, Pantry and Bagel Draw, right here on CTV. Stay with us.